Almost $3 billion worth of defense megadeals have been signed between Russia and India. President Putin is on a visit to New Delhi in order to cement ties with the fast-growing economies as they continue to try and boost their global influence. RT's Maria Finoshna reports on how their improved world standing could be worrying some in the West.
Russia and India have signed around $3 billion worth of military contracts today, and many experts have already said that that is very important and that is very symbolic. Why? The thing is that today India is #1 weapon importer in the world, and Russia-made equipment accounts for more than 70% of the Indian military supplies. But recently India has signed many contracts with the US and Israel, and some have started saying that Russia is losing its role, its position in this particular region, and especially on the Indian military market. But with all these contracts signed today, we can say that's not the case, and cooperation is still very high, and Russia and India remain very close allies. This group, BRICS, of 5 growing states is making countries like America quite nervous because they have their own interests in this particular region, especially defense interests, boosting their military presence in the backyard of China. And by this visit and by this gathering today here in India, the increasing role and importance of this group of BRICS that experts say actually is able to counterbalance the Western dominance in the world has been stressed and outlined again and again.
Well, geopolitical analyst William Engdahl says that the world's fast-growing economies have many more reasons for partnership than rivalry.
I think we will see, out of necessity, a closer drawing together of Russia and China, simply because the challenges from the ballistic missile defense installations of the U.S., both against China and against Russia now over the last year, mean that they're both in the firing line of potential nuclear conflict with the United States and NATO, and that's no joke. And that is a hair trigger for war by miscalculation. The reasons for cooperation are much stronger at this point than the reasons for conflict. India is in kind of a peculiar position. It's a enormous potential for economic growth and enormous problems of backwardness, the caste system and so forth that hinders that if we compare it with, say, China or certainly Russia. But the potentials are there, and I think the synergies are there for the cooperation between China, Russia, and India.